Kevin Durant dropped an incredible 35 points to lead the Suns to victory, but when it came to his $124 million extension, he walked away. What's really going on with KD? Kevin Durant lit up the court with a jaw-dropping performance, scoring 35 points and securing a thrilling win for the Phoenix Suns. But the real shocker? KD is holding off on signing a massive $124 million extension with the team. Fans are wondering, could Durant be planning his exit? In this video, we're diving into why Durant is hesitating and what this could mean for his future with the Suns. Leading the Phoenix Suns to a thrilling triumph over the Philadelphia 76ers, Kevin Durant scored 35 points and sealed the game with a pivotal layaway in the last 24 seconds for a 118-116 victory. Durant's performance was evidence of his ongoing supremacy in the league. He is still among the NBA's best players, averaging 27.1 points, 6.6 rebounds, 3.4 assists, and 1.4 blocks per game, even at 36. With a field goal percentage of 54.8 and a 43.6% success rate from beyond the arc over 7 games this season, his shooting has also been quite outstanding. Dealing with elbow pain since late October, Bradley Beal suited up for his second straight game. Though a game-time call, he showed up when it counted, scoring 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists in 34 minutes on the floor. The Suns benefited from Beal's resiliency since his defensive vigor and offensive adaptability kept the club on track. Paul George, Philadelphia's latest acquisition, made a much-awaited first appearance for the club following a 4-year, $211 million contract signing in the offseason. At first rusty, the former Clipper went scoreless until the second quarter. He finally found his flow and finished with 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. His path to Philadelphia signaled the end of his time with Kawhi Leonard, bringing his skills to a 76ers team ready for a strong postseason. Early on, Jusuf Nurkic made his presence felt by attempting his luck from beyond the arc and making one of his 3 first-quarter efforts. Nurkic changed his approach and dominated inside, notching a double-double with 11 points and 12 rebounds by the middle of the third quarter, even if his long-range shooting cooled off. His flexibility highlighted his worth to the Suns, particularly in games where he can offer paint size and ability. Veteran Kyle Lowry was almost automatic from the field, waking the Suns bench in the first quarter. Starting with 2 3-pointers, he went 4 for 4 and accumulated 10 points in the quarter by himself. With 13 points and 7 assists by the end of the game, he displayed the composure and shot-making prowess that helped him to be a 2019 NBA champion. Phoenix benefited from his early surge, which also set a high-energy tone for the remainder of the game. Early on, Philadelphia showed grit. Late in the first quarter, they went on an 11-1 run to grab momentum and guarantee a 38-32 lead early in the second. Eric Gordon, a former Suns player, helped the 76ers during this time by reminding his former club of his shooting prowess and generating 7 points. Gordon joined Kelly Oubre Jr., another former Sun, in helping off the bench for Philadelphia after signing a 1-year contract with Phoenix and then leaving as a free agent. With their combined 21 points, the pair highlighted the depth the 76ers now possess as they strive to expand the variety of their roster. Royce O'Neal kept up his strong performance for Phoenix, establishing himself as the go-to bench substitute over head coach Mike Budenholzer. O'Neal's hustle and tenacity on both ends of the floor have been vital in pivotal times this season. His defense routinely locks down some of the best players in the game. Both sides fought back and forth in a close second quarter, with each scoring 37 points as the Suns maintained a meager 65-63 advantage at halftime. While Devin Booker, fresh off his Western Conference Player of the Week accolade, put in 8, reminding everyone why he is among the most effective scorers in the game, George scored 10 points in the quarter. For the 76ers, Tyrese Maxey was a standout player who put on a show and explained why he is considered a rising star with great potential. Fearless, the 24-year-old guard hit hard, contested shots from deep, drawing contact. Leading Philadelphia with 32 points, Maxey added 2 assists and 3 rebounds. In the third quarter, he especially excelled. He poured 13 points and maintained the 76ers in striking distance. The Suns battled with errors and miscues, hence, they had their fair share of messy moments. They turned 14 turnovers, some of which came from negligent passes gone out of bounds. The Suns stayed strong in the face of these obstacles. With just over a minute left, Oubre Jr., a former Sun now with the 76ers, fouled out, causing the audience at the Footprint Center to explode in the last seconds. Phoenix held the edge on the boards, out-rebounding Philadelphia 43-38 and scoring 56-36 in the paint. The Suns capitalized on second-chance points and prevented the 76ers from developing a rhythm, so their tenacity inside was vital. Philadelphia did have more steals, ending with 10 instead of Phoenix's 6, thanks to a strong perimeter defense that placed pressure on the Suns' ball handlers. Philadelphia's resiliency notwithstanding, it was Durant's heroics that proved most important. Driving boldly to the basket and closing the game with a crucial layoff, he demonstrated in the clutch why he is still among the greatest players in the NBA. The difference makers were his expertise and scoring touch, which let Phoenix go beyond their errors and win. For the Suns early in the season, Durant's consistency has been a lighthouse. This performance gives still another layer to his already legendary career. The Suns are kept headed in the proper direction by this gutsy triumph. Phoenix has demonstrated that they are more than just a one-man show, with major players like Beal battling through injuries and the bench stepping up. Though Durant could have been the night's hero, his calm hand and offensive contributions from Beal helped him pass the finish line. Looking ahead, this triumph gives the Suns hope since they keep improving their game. Particularly with Maxey and George regaining their footing, the 76ers offered a challenging obstacle. On the other hand, the Suns will be positioned for the upcoming trials if they can keep their dominance on the boards and correct their turnovers. ESPN's Bobby Marks reports Kevin Durant is not in a hurry to sign an agreement with the Phoenix Suns despite such success. Rather, Durant seems to be looking forward to next offseason when he would be qualified for a more attractive contract up to $123.8 million over 2 years. Right now, he could only sign a 1-year extension worth $59.5 million. Thus, waiting makes perfect financial sense. Beyond the money, though, Durant's encounters with the Brooklyn Nets might be guiding his delayed decision. Unexpected departures and abrupt roster changes during his time in Brooklyn could have made him more wary of committing too quickly over extended terms. Durant signed a 4-year contract with the Nets in 2021, only to see the team dynamic crumble. Previously part of Brooklyn's elite trio, James Harden asked and got a trade to the Philadelphia 76ers before the trade deadline in 2022. Months later, Durant himself desired escape, but was confined to the Nets after they turned down his trade offer. Kyrie Irving's trade request was then approved just before the 2023 trade date, starting a last domino effect. At last, in February 2023, the Nets sent Durant to Phoenix, therefore ending a turbulent chapter. Now, with the Suns, Durant has a special chance to use the waiting game to take advantage of his destiny. If Durant signs no extension, he will hit free agency in 2026 at 36. Keeping his options open allows Durant to evaluate the Suns' performance and general direction. Phoenix's recent postseason performance calls for some reasonable caution. 6th in the Western Conference, they finished the previous season only to be swept in the first round of the playoffs, a dismal outcome for a club hoping for a title. Should Durant have any doubts, they are probably reasonable. Given the more limited financial structure of the new collective bargaining agreement, the Suns' current circumstances present further difficulties. The cap predicament of the team makes adding notable personnel changes challenging. Phoenix has heavily committed to its Big Three, Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal, so its future depends on these three stars guiding the team towards success. For Beal especially, who must remain healthy and produce at a top level for the Suns to realize their full potential, this puts a strain. However, postponing an extension gives Durant more freedom if he is unsure about their potential or sees indicators Phoenix isn't making the necessary strides to qualify for a title. Signing an extension either now or next summer wouldn't necessarily prevent Durant from eventually asking for a move downstream. His experience with Brooklyn has demonstrated this. If he finally desired out, a long-term agreement may complicate matters and perhaps affect his trade value or limit possible suitors. Durant's patience helps him to remain adaptable and evaluate how effectively Phoenix's Big Three mesh over a whole season together. This measured approach captures Durant's changing view on stability and team commitment. The Suns provide a fresh start, but they also carry pressure to reverse a franchise that has fallen short recently. Durant can better assess whether the Suns are a club that can regularly contend or whether they run the danger of being another unstable scenario like the one he encountered in Brooklyn by slowing down. Durant's decision to wait on an extension makes sense considering all these elements. Delaying a choice will let him guard his earning potential and his capacity to turn should the Suns' performance fall short of expectations. Durant's waiting game lets him concentrate on the current season without making too early commitments, so enabling him more control over his career route. In the high-stakes environment of the NBA, where team relationships could shift overnight, Durant's best weapon may prove to be patience. Kevin Durant's decision is leaving fans on edge. Will he commit to Phoenix, or could we see him heading to a new team? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for all the latest updates and insights on your favorite NBA stars.